Hello everyone, Small Arms Combatives. Today's video is called You Don't Need a Concealed Carry class. Okay. What you really need is training. And so what's bringing this video up is we always get that call where the person states when we answer the phone, I need a concealed carry class. Do you guys do concealed carry classes? And the answer to that question is kind of yes and kind of no. And I know that might stray that person not to want to take the class here, or maybe it's something else, but we tell them, well, what we do is training, which is actually what you need, okay? And, um, and then we say, well, we do training courses. They are more extensive than just a concealed carry class, but essentially, yeah, we're teaching concealed carry, because I mean, how else are you going to be carrying, you'll say, your handgun when you're out and about? Okay, you need training on that. Okay, so a regular concealed carry class is not training. You have all heard me say that in previous videos in our farms learning cycle. You've heard me say that there. So on average, a good training class per day should be shooting about 300 rounds a day. So often a regular concealed carry permit class does not do that. That class is for you to get a concealed carry permit. It's a gun safety class. It goes over the laws of use of lethal force against another person for self-defense in whatever state you live in. And so then and I'm going to kind of talk about concealed carry permit instructors here. Okay, so I want you guys to listen up to this too in case you're watching this video. If it makes you mad, I really don't care, but you know it's the truth deep down inside. Okay, if you teach a concealed carry permit class and then you're telling those people that you can come back at another time to learn like the tactical stuff, which really all you're doing is teaching them speed reloads and tactical reloads and like how to draw from the holster and stuff, which you should be teaching them how to do that anyway. And a lot of you guys, all you're doing is putting together some kind of IDPA course for these people to shoot in, and you're calling that like your tactical class. That's not really training. Okay, so stop doing that. Leave this to the professionals. Okay. That being said, for all you folks that are watching this video and you're still watching the video at this point because you haven't turned it off like a little bitch, let's tell you what you really need. First of all, you need training, and over time, you should be planning on taking more than one training course. Okay, so every 5 years, that should be your goal to take like a top-notch training course. If you want to give us a call and ask us who would be a good place to travel to, because yeah, you might have to travel to some of these top-tier schools. I send people to other places all the time, places that I've been to. Okay. After they take our class here, because there's some things that we just don't offer here. Okay. So let's go over the next thing. So training and take more than one class. We can go into more depth on that here in just a little bit. You need a combative handgun. Okay. And what that typically means is something like a Glock. It needs to be a 9mm, a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm. Okay, you need a service size pistol or just under that, like what's considered the compact size. And then you need like a smaller one that might be like a single stack size. So you need two pistols, one that's a little larger that you can really fight with. Okay, and you need one that's smaller, either as a backup gun or when you can't carry the larger gun, depending on what you're dressed in that day. So you dress around the equipment you carry. Okay, don't match the gun to your outfit. Okay, that's a bad idea. You need a gun belt, you need a magazine pouch, you need a whole bunch of magazines. Okay, So if you've had a training course, you would understand that you need more than just the 2 or 3 magazines that your pistol came with, okay? So buy 1 or 2 pistols and buy a bunch of magazines and training. That's what you need. You need a holster to put that firearm in. The next thing that you need is you need to carry a med kit. I would say at least a tourniquet and some bandages to stop the bleeding, and you need to take a medical class on that. So have some type of medical training, because if you know, you're more likely to use medical training probably than you are to get in a gunfight, okay? So medical training is nice to know. You need to know how to do CPR, you need to know how to work an AED, and you need to know how to put on a tourniquet, and you need to know how to stop, you know, life-threatening bleeding, hemorrhaging, stuff like that. So you need to learn how to do that. So go get some medical training, learn how to use a medical kit for that, okay? So after you take your first quality training course with a firearm, okay, get some medical training, continue in that particular training area of pistols. Maybe a couple of years later, after you've saved up some more money, stuff like that, I get it. These classes are expensive. Then go take a little bit more of an advanced class, and then I'm going to recommend that you take a simunition class. Some places call it the Force on Force class, a simunition class, you know, the paint marking rounds, you know, and actually take, you know, now some of these classes you can't just jump to that level unless you have a very good reason why you should be able to jump to that level. Usually that training school wants you to start out taking, you know, like I wouldn't say their beginner class, but what they would consider like their level 1 to kind of learn, you know, their way of doing things, you know, that would make your training a little bit easier if you took like their advanced course, or, you know, their second, third level pistol training course and their simunition course, okay? So please do that. And I would think then that your training is somewhat complete, okay? But then I would never stop training. So, you know, every 5 years you need to be taking like a good quality training course. That is if you're serious about, you know, your self-defense and the defense of your loved ones, all right? And I think I've covered just about everything. So if you're interested in taking a course here, you know, visit our website here, click sign up for classes, check us out. You have free videos like these that you could be watching, okay? And over and out.